Hello and welcome to Exposed. This is the show that seeks to uncover scams that hurt you and your hard-earned money. Here on Exposed, we have time and again cautioned you of schemes that promise to make you a millionaire overnight. These schemes are peddled by companies that are very often not even registered. Yet, many gullible investors bite the bait of guaranteed returns only to find that the company they repose their money in has actually just vanished, leaving them to fend for themselves. That's a question we've been asked by a lot of you. We've received several emails asking us on whether to invest in such companies or not, and also alerting us on several such companies. So today we thought we will bring in an expert to try and understand how these companies work. What should you be doing? Should you be even investing in them? And if you have, is there any recourse left for you, or you just need to say goodbye to your money? Joining me is Daniel Pranjal, the Chief Strategist of Strategy India. Thanks very much, Daniel. You've been tracking these kind of schemes for a long time. We call them MLM, network marketing, Ponzi schemes. They come up with new names all the time. And most people, a lot of people think that these are, in fact, I got a question the other day that should I invest in a mutual fund or should I invest in one such scheme? There is a sense of feeling within investors that this is a very well-regulated investment mechanism. And that's perhaps a big myth.
That's true. Basically, we also get a lot of queries about whether should we invest in this company, that company, since it's registered with the ROC in India. It's a Singapore-based company, it's a Hong Kong-based company, it's based wherever. Should we invest? Because this is giving a high return on investments. What we suggest, there are lots of companies which start with an intention of looting people. There are lots of companies which do that. Now, keeping that aside, what we suggest are people that invest in a company which is registered and regulated as a mutual fund. Mutual fund is a regulated thing. So, you should rather invest in those type of companies. Companies which are Ponzi schemes or they use MLM program to promote, okay, are not actually a good bet. Now, there is a misconception, or there is a rather what I say is a misunderstanding between direct selling, multi-level marketing, Ponzi scheme, pyramid scheme. People classify all of them, or people take all of them on the same platform, which is not the case. Now, let me explain you in brief. What is direct selling? Direct selling is nothing but selling of a product or retailing of a product or a service from a company to an individual who can be a consumer.
Okay. So, you don't have a shop or a showroom, you directly go and sell.
Yes, okay. Yes. Through a network of individuals who join to either consume products at a discounted price or to promote products to other people. Okay. Now, these people are independent people who only earn money on basis of the number of products they sell or their group sell. Okay. There are about 60 direct selling companies in India what have a viable business model. But unfortunately, what happened, because it's not regulated, there are lots of companies which have come in which promise to make you rich overnight, which is not the case. What their business model, in case we have audited a lot of business models, and they are totally unviable. Why are they totally unviable? For a simple reason that in case they collect investment, the upfront investment is as high as it can go from 3,500 rupees per person to join a company. It can go as high as 1 lakh, 2 lakh rupees. Now, what they say, they don't give you a product in exchange, or in case they have given you a product, they give you a product which is of inflated value. They promise you a particular return on investment without working, which they say that they invest in either forex or share market, or they invest in infrastructure, real estate,
or a survey,
or paid per click. That type of concept has come in. Then there are, in case you watch an advertisement, okay, you get paid to watch an advertisement. But then again, they are just masquerading as viable compensation plan or legal companies. Their idea is to enroll as many people who get attracted because of easy money, and then finally pack up, run off and start another company by some other names.
Right. In fact, just to go back a bit, I remember that one such Ponzi scheme a few years ago which caught the imagination of a lot of consumers was this whole mattress.
Magnetic mattress.
That's right, you know, and it had a medicinal quality that if you slept on it, your backaches would go, etc. And again, I think over 2 lakh people went and subscribed. And at that point of time, I remember when the issue, and this is just to take forward from the point you made that there is no regulation, one found that there was one debate which said that, you know, this comes in some way under the Chit Fund Act, which is more a state government issue, a police issue. And then there was this whole thing that does it come under collective investment scheme of SEBI, or does it come under the RBI? So are you saying that one of the reasons why there is absolutely very little recourse for a consumer is because there is not that one law which governs these companies?
Exactly, correctly said. Now the thing is, in case there was one law, the law enforcement agency would have worked on those laws and then taken these people behind bars and kept those people behind bars. Lots of cases, what happens, Vivek, lots of cases these people go scot-free. Why? Because there is police, RBI, SEBI, Ministry of Corporate Affairs. Now these people, there is no synchronization or a law which can govern these type of companies. Once we have a law which governs these type of companies, it would be easier for these type of companies or law enforcement agencies to actually close it down. Okay. Till that time, what we suggest is basically these online scams, as you rightly mentioned. These online scams generally happen because of softwares, because it's easily available. As less as 15,000, you can get a software prepared, and through that software, you can start a company, a Ponzi scheme. Okay, like a Ponzi scheme which has an unviable business plan, what happens? In case one company closes, there are 3 or 4 promoters who have earned quite a lot of money. They start their own company. Why? Because starting a company, a Ponzi scheme registered in India and all that costs as less as 30,000 rupees. They start a company, commit to people that we are paying you as high as 1%, 2% per day. Now, after some time, what happens? The income, the new joinees, the money coming because of new joinees is less than the money they need to pay outside. And that's why, that's the time when it starts
the bubble
to crumble.
Bursts.
Yes.
It is after all a bubble, and it has to
Yes.
burst at some point
Yes.
of time. And that's, I think, what investors and consumers don't realize.
Yes. And basically, in case you employ common sense, you'll come to know, or people will come to know, that these type of companies won't last for long. But unfortunately, just because these scamsters use multi-level marketing program, okay, where in case I as a person have invested in a particular company, I've been getting returns for last 2-3 months, I also, in case you are my relative, I'll invite you to join. Okay, you are also earning, you will invite somebody else of your relative, your friend, to join, because you want them to earn money. As simple as that. Now what happens in case it's word of mouth? You won't complain to police in case the company stops paying. In case you complain to police, you have an opinion that the police would catch me. Why? Because you have invested through me. So that is the reason why these people deploy multi-level marketing. In case you come across the recent survey thing which happened, they came to limelight just because they started advertising. Earlier they were flying below the radar. In multi-level marketing, you don't need to advertise. They spread very fast in rural areas. Rural areas which are already poor, people want to do something else, socialize, get recognized, get to meet new people and all that. They fall prey to it because they don't have access to internet, they don't have access to a lot of media and all that. They generally fall prey to it.
What is the scale at which these Ponzi schemes are coming? Do you have any sense of what are we talking of? How many companies are coming and going, these fly-by-nights? Have you done some audit?
Okay, yes. We have done it. At a particular time, there are more than 300 to 400 companies operating, which means Ponzi companies. Some on a regional level, some on a state level, some at a local level. Now, we have the data of about 150 companies coming in every month.
150 companies every month coming in?
Coming in the same business plan, and within 2 or 3 months they fizzle out. Why? Because there is some company which is promising more return on investment. These people who have already earned money, made money, they drift to somebody, some other company, taking the people along with them.
So we are talking of, in total, several lakh consumers who are getting affected?
Yes, yes.
That would be the number, several lakh? It runs into lakhs?
Several lakhs. for sure. Lots of people totally know that this is not a long-term game, but still they do it for a simple reason, because earn money and get out of it is what the attitude is. And because of that, lots of poor people from lower middle class and lower class lose a lot of money.
I find a lot of educated people also going and being overcome by greed and putting in money.
Yes, yes, that is true. People want to try out.
And is the solution, what is the solution? Is the solution, you said there is no law, you said there is no regulator. And that's of course something that people should keep in mind, that at least if there is a regulator, there is some hope in the event of somebody going off. But in the absence of a regulator, what's the solution? The only solution is protect yourself, because as you said, and in most cases we find by the time the police steps in, the damage is done, the bubble is burst. What are you going to get out of it?
Yes.
Is the only solution therefore to empower yourself and say that, look, please do not fall prey to these kind of obnoxious promises which say I'm going to make you a millionaire in like a month kinds?
Yes, that's a good idea. First, use common sense. Whether this type of business model, what is the background of the company? Okay, who are the people behind the company? Okay, have they really given that returns over last 4-5 years, or they are just born out of nowhere and they are committing to give you those type of money? Then what happens generally, Vivek, in these type of scenarios, in case the company is still operational, the people who have invested money, they don't go and talk to the police about the process which is already going on, fearing that they lose whatever they have invested. So what we suggest these people to write to the relevant authorities or economic offences wing to start with.
The relevant authority is police here.
Yeah, police. And that too, economic offences wing, no local police station is equipped to handle it. These people should go to economic offences wing, find out whether this is workable, viable and approved, okay, so that the police also can take action. But unfortunately, because of the laws of the country, police can't take action till the complaint is filed. That's what is a challenge. So we need something central, a central core body. Till that time, the economic offences wing or the police or the cybercrime cell in coordination can look out for software vendors who prepare software for these type of companies and warn them. Because since they are already aware that this is the type of business model and it's going to phase out, they should be warned against making software for these type of companies.
Right. Daniel, thank you very much for joining us on this show and sharing your thoughts. Okay. Well, as you heard, there is no regulatory environment for such kind of Ponzi schemes. So when you put your money, please ensure that you protect it. You cannot just leave it to authorities. We are yet to come to a point where authorities are in a position with a strong law to back them to be able to crack down on such schemes. So really, you want to save your money, you've got to empower yourself. Not difficult, it's just simple common sense, as Daniel talked of. Nobody can really promise you the moon or these kind of returns with a magic wand. So please understand that sometimes if a scheme is too good to be true, it's best to avoid it and save your hard-earned money. We take a short break, but we come back and we talk about the kind of frauds going on in our stock markets. Back in just a bit. You're watching Exposed. Global markets are in turmoil as major stock indices across the world have tumbled. So have the Indian stock markets.